What's up, everybody? Coming at you on a Tuesday. Only one more night before we get to be back in our favorite place, the National Farm Machinery Show, Freedom Hall, there in Louisville, Kentucky. And we are going to break it all down for you going into this week. Joined by Wyatt and Zach. What's up, fellas?
Same, what, different day. Ready for the week, I can tell you that.
Me too. I'm ready to get the hell out of Iowa.
Yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll myself. I'll be getting up there late Tuesday night. Zach, you're going to be up there all week anyway. Aren't you leaving like tomorrow?
Yeah, I got some meetings tomorrow night and some Tuesday. So.
All right, sounds like a plan, but you can tell by the title of this video, we're going to go through and give you our picks for every single one of these classes. So let's just go ahead and kick it off on Friday night. And this is without us knowing the hook order. I feel like if we knew the hook order, it would influence our picks a little bit differently.
You mean Wednesday night?
Yeah, that too. But as a whole, I think it would change it for the entire week, honestly, if we knew like who was hooking first or third or last or whatever. But let's just jump right in with the info we've got at hand. Our 6350 modified 4x4s. You've got a couple of returns. I don't think you have any straight-up rookies this year. I think everybody's been there at least once.
I believe when I read on the article that the farm show produced out that Homewrecker is possibly the only rookie in this one, but the rest of them have all been there before in some way, shape, or form.
Right. So I have a hard time believing, though, that Hitchcock hasn't been there in some shape or form, though. Like, the Hitchcock name has been there before, right?
But the grounds for divorce a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So Homewrecker, the truck itself, is the only one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense. We can see the one blatantly obvious ones: Rob Foster, Foster Trials / Simply Red. I'm kind of curious to see what's going to roll out of the trailer for that one. I guess we'll know on Tuesday.
Absolutely.
So, with that, I say we just go right into making picks. And Zach, I'll give you the honor of choosing the 4x4's number one overall pick.
I'm going to take Jake Zaring. I think you can't bet against that guy. He's you give him a look or a couple trucks to watch in front of him. You can't bet against him.
No, you really cannot. And so you took Jake Zaring. I think I'm going to go with Ben Ellis Jr., Ben Jammin.
Now, we are not picking the same one, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Please.
So a draft order, okay. Well, since you guys took two of heavy hitters so far, I'm going to take a past winner. Not the same driver, but same truck. I'm going to take Rob Foster and the Foster Child Simply Red.
That's a really good pick.
I mean, the man can just drive.
He can drive. And the thing about the four-wheel drive truck class, I feel like Shane was saying when we started this, it's so dependent on hook order.
Yeah, It really is. So that's going to roll us down right into our home territory here with our 9,300-pound super farms. I'll tell you what, we'll do this in the snake draft way. So you two will flip. I'll just stay in the number two picking order the whole time. Go ahead with yours.
Wednesday night obviously got some tough hitters in here. Champions, past defending champion of farm shows, Bowling Green, you name it. You got some in here. But I think based upon recency and their success in 2024 as well as 2023 winning Bowling Green, I'm going to take Matt Casey, the Whipping Maker. Last year, it didn't seem to waver whatsoever. Either night it ran, and they can balance that tractor perfect every time they run.
Yeah. I'm going to kind of stay biased to our Pro Pulling League champion this year, Brad Woods and Thunderstruck. It seems like it doesn't matter if this thing has a cooler on it or not. It runs. So I think he's going to be right up there in contention.
I'm going to kind of take a dark horse here. I'm going to take Snap. They've done a lot of work on that thing. It's coming farther and farther all the time. I think you put him in the right spot, he'll be tough to beat in there.
Yeah, totally agree. He ran pretty well there at Cloverdale too. From what I remember, that was.
And we're going to keep seeing this over and over. It's going to be a hook position no matter what. I mean, we've seen it last year with prelims and finals, early to mid, was about where you wanted to be.
Yeah. Zach, 7,500-pound mod, take us away on it.
This is a tough one because this class is so. I mean, you could throw a dart at the wall and pick any of them, and I think any of these guys in this class has got a chance of doing it. I think I'm going to go with Bill Leishner though, after coming off the year he had, and Bill always seems to do good in that building down there. And I'm not sure, other than Wayne Sullivan, there's anybody that's been down the track more on a mod in that building than Bill Leishner.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take last year's winner. I'm going to take Simon Says of the Simon family.
That's a good pick.
And that tractor, no matter which owner it has been down the track many times down there.
Yeah, because that's
yes,
that's Long's, isn't it?
Yes,
I thought so.
And it had an owner before that too.
Who was it?
Isn't that the original one of the first Voorhees modern chassis?
You might be correct.
No, sorry. That one they built for Ricky. Or Keith.
Okay.
Which one it is, but yeah.
Got it. All right, Wyatt, take your shot, even though I think I know where you're going to go.
Well, the two champions on the organizations are picked. It's hard to stay away from a past champion or, winner as well when it comes to anywhere outside with modified. I'm going to go with the guys that are calling their shot right now, and that's Tommy Owens and Ramblin' Rose. Mm-hmm. Dylan, when it comes to anything he's posted so far about the tractor, they're coming with vengeance, and I wouldn't be surprised if the tune-up is on kill.
I wouldn't either. That was honestly my number 2 pick. If I didn't take Simon, that's who I was going to take.
Of all the classes this week, this is one you can throw a dart at the wall and pretty much just land on anywhere you want to land. There's a lot of tough classes, but this one here, you could go all Brett Berg, you can go all the way down the list. Wayne Sullivan,
Yeah.
And even the guys that don't run 3 engines like Vern Huser and Russell Phipps, they're getting a 3rd engine as well as the ones they've been running, freshened up and put on that good tune-up ready for this show. They are not like pouches.
It seems like every other year it's 3 or 4 motors do better down there.
Seems like it varies.
Yeah. Cameron Neves is going to be another one I really want to keep an eye on too, because he had a great run last year in the finals, and then Brandon just came in there last hook, but he led for a little while last year. So I'm going to be curious to see how that holds. But let's go into flight number 1 of Pro Stocks. Wyatt, you've got first pick here, and if you don't take the one I'm looking at, then I think you're going to be kind of silly.
Well, I think it's obvious because the tractor is basically the mainstay at the show when it comes to this class, and I'm going to take Tinker Toy.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I wanted to go. Man, I really don't know who to pick for this one. You've got Grayson with the Cutting Edge Pro. I mean, it ran good this year. You've got the return of the Cruising Mule. It's been away for what? Has it been a full 2 years, or has it just been a year?
Last year they ran, it was 2022.
So 3. You've got Brent Meyer Injected Funds. You've got Bullwagon. You've got Loose Cannon, Warpath, Fuel on the Fire, Red Gambler, Tool Times 2. But man, I don't know who to pick out of all this. I'm going to go Injected Funds on the grounds of being quote unquote safe.
I'm going to take a little bit of a dark horse here and go with Craig Wildman. There was a while they were hard to beat in that building.
I don't hate that pick at all because the boys have run a lot.
We're going to leave Warpath on the table.
Yeah, like you and I talked a little bit before we started and before Wyatt got on. Louisville levels the playing field a little bit because there's some of these tractors that you get out in the summertime where you're running 340, 350 that have I'm not going to say a hard time keeping up, but maybe don't have the gearing or something to run with the guys at 350. Whereas you back them up to 260, 250, it levels the playing field tremendously.
Yeah, it really does. But Carlton is my dark horse pick for this year just because he's back to doing Warpath things. I mean, we saw it this summer.
Yep.
He won a couple of events there. He had a great showing at Bowling Green. I mean, I don't know. I'll be curious to see where it goes. But that's going to lead us into Thursday. Wyatt, I'll let you go first this time. Zach can go second for Thursday, and then I'll go third. So, Zach, you'll be stuck in the middle of this one. You'll pick number 2 every time. Wyatt, go ahead.
It has seemed over the past couple of years that Thursday is always a dartboard throw when it comes to our class. You can say you can really never say there's a safe pick, because usually when you say your safe pick that you choose for that year, doesn't mean they're going to qualify. I mean, we saw that with Russ Freeze last year. He was the Grand champion and didn't qualify. So it's hard to pick for it, but I think again, off of recency, we've seen them in Cloverdale do what they do. I think I'm going to have to take Casey Fritz and Twisted Deer.
Yeah.
If he's anywhere early, I'm thinking that'll be good. But again, late hook, it depends on if they can get a hold of the track, if it's still there, which I think it can.
Yeah,
they should be. They should be first. They should be first class, I would think. So.
Oh yeah, always.
You know,
man, we're super farms. We go first everywhere we go. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna stick to like kind of what Wyatt said. If there is a safe pick, I'm gonna take Ryan and check it out.
Okay.
You know, Kent and Soundbeat are gonna have that thing at the top of the charts, and you know you can't pick against them guys.
No, you can't. I'm gonna go with the Kentucky boy. I'm gonna go Red Weiser. They have done well there the last 2 years. They are PPL Midwest region champion for Super Farm this year, and everybody kind of talks about it like, oh, it's only 2 hooks. Like, yeah, but all the guys that run the Champions Tour pretty well run the Midwest region right there. So I think that I think they're going to win on Thursday night. I think they were number 2 last year, if I don't remember correctly, but we'll see. So that leaves me with the first pick for 2-wheel drives. I did not think that part through. Yeah, 2-wheel drives, and obviously not my strong suit. You've got Irv Clark, Wild Side from up east. Barbara, I want to say Cochran, with Walk the Line, Craig Corzine, Rekindled. There's my pick. I'm going Corzine.
I'm gonna go Jesse Petro, because there again, you pick somebody that's been in that building and done a lot. You can't leave him out of a bet or a pick.
No, you can't. I mean, as many championships as that dude won. I mean,
yep,
he can read any track no matter where it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stuck between 2 based upon what you guys picked, and again off of history. But it's gonna be a little bit shocking to some. I'm gonna take Will Teasley in Apex. I've seen that truck improve, and it past 2 Mid-South Champion 2 years in a row. I mean, that truck, I think it's due. Really, I think he's due for one.
See, now I really thought you were going to go with Timmerman on that one. I really did.
I think the rookie portion of it is really the thing with them. I'm not counting them out whatsoever. Timmermans are really good, but when rookies at Louisville, I want them to do good, but you don't know.
Yeah. The one I've got highlighted, John Hunt and Taz, that's another one that I'm going to have to watch really, really close. It's a tough running truck out of Texas. All right. Why did they give you the 4-1 Limited Pro number 1 pick?
Again, a class that has a lot of heavy hitters, and in here you've got some points champions too.
You've got 1, 2, 3. Has Lane ever drove indoor there?
No.
So that's 4 rookies right there, just in this class alone.
Mm-hmm. And that could be an X factor.
5, counting Dutton.
Yep. So that could be the X factor right there. And if you want to take experience over championships or outdoor, I think here I'm going to take John Coots.
Yeah, that's where I would have went. Zach, go for it.
There again, you know, who do you pick? I think Jacob Bull. He's coming back with a little bit of vengeance from last year. There again, coming out of Kent Payne's shop. You can't beat. You can't bet against tractor comes out of roosters. I just ain't no nothing about it. You can't.
Right. Man, I'm trying to look here. I'm trying to figure out if I want to pick one of the rookies or not. I kind of feel like I don't have much of a choice. Stephen Long's in there from Mid-South. Keith Myers, Weezer, Bryce Reckless, Red Revolver, and Jared Wortman and Goliath they're all in there. Colby Lane's in there with the bad. I'll tell you what, give me George Bear and side piece.
Again, not a bad pick. I mean,
not at all.
Past two Outlaw champs, the difference being here, it's a brand new tractor. He did not run this tractor last year in Louisville. He ran the 7930 division.
Yeah. Man, he had a strong showing all summer long, though.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, look at that. I end up with the first pick for pros. Fantastic. So we already know why you said you found out that one's not going to make it, you don't think, or is that confirmed or not confirmed?
That is confirmed by one of their two of their customers, actually. Dustin Hart and Beyond Limits, I was told today, is not making it to Louisville. They are so busy that they cannot get it ready in time. So Beyond Limits is not going to be there.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate too. I think a lot of people were looking forward to the return of that tractor coming back. But with all that being said, give me Mac Daddy and Julia Ray.
It's a good pick.
Yeah.
Especially after last year's Thursday night. Yeah, that's a good one.
Exactly. Come on, luck strike twice, please.
Yeah, I'm going to take Brandon Simon.
Yeah.
Again, no slouch.
Argument to be made.
None.
Well, Wyatt, this leaves you in an interesting spot because I think the number 1, number 2 overall seeds are already taken. Don't you?
I'm looking. There's still 2, 3 in here, 4 in here. I wouldn't be afraid to pick.
And one that was considered the old man with another guy in there last year, Kevin Schmucker and Get Her Done.
Ooh,
you can't bet against them.
You cannot take away the old boys' experience.
Nope.
No, you can't. You've got Reese and Cutting Down in here. You've got John Link. You've got Lucian Coolers making his return. Greg Elsing, the T8 Tomcat. Ryan Coates. I think that's going to be a rookie run, is it not?
Yeah, Ryan's a rookie too because that is a brand new tractor.
Yeah. Tim Brinkmeyer, Fuelish Pleasure, making their return to Farm Show. How long has it been since they've been there?
Quite a few years. It's quite a few.
I mean, there's so many of them that could win it. It's just it's not fun to pick like this. I'll be honest. So, Zach, I'll let you go first for Friday.
Boy, that's a tough class.
You're welcome.
I'm going to take Dean. I know he's a rookie, but that tractor just seems anywhere it goes, it's hard to handle. And I think Dean can drive anything you put him in.
That is no joke. I mean, anything. A mod, a semi, a 4-1, super farm, it don't matter.
Yeah. Wyatt, go for it.
Ooh. Again, it's hard here. But a guy that's won it twice in the past, I'm going to take Tony McDonald, and well spent.
That was my pick, too.
Didn't quite get the Badger State title. Dang, that tractor runs.
Yeah. That tractor's ran good at Farm Show multiple times, but that just leaves me. Let's see. You've got Audette. You've got Jason Barker with Rhapsody. That's ooh. You got the Balismas. You got Colby Counts, Adrian Cox, Jerry Martin's in there. He won Region 2 this year. David Novak from the Outlaws, a past Farm Show winner, and Darren Ratterman, Doug Ruth, and rookies to the Farm Show, Randy Stuckenschneider at the Family Feud. I'm gonna go. Give me Barker with Rhapsody.
Again, prelim winner last year, and he's running good.
All right, Leader Cummins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that means I get first pick for two-wheel drive again. Dang it. Let's see. We got Mindy, Chase.
Boy, this is a stout class.
Yes, it is. Dustin Corliss, Mark Dempsey, Sticker Shock, Wesley Foster, Barbed Wire. Wyatt, did you say that based off something they put on social media, there's a new look to that one?
Not that Foster.
Oh, it's other Foster. Okay. I wasn't sure which one you meant there. Chad Mayhill, Tim Messer, Richard Morris, Chase Richardson, Suffer Insanity, Joe Shoneman, Old Blue, Jason
That's
Sullivan,
Mayhill's
Cornburner. Yeah. And then Mikey White with Addiction. Give me Richardson, Suffer Insanity.
That truck's on a rail right now.
Yeah, it is.
It is on a rail. And they went, they come back on there at Lexington and just showed everybody what they would have done if the box wouldn't have took a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Since you're up, Wyatt. Sorry, go ahead.
I really want to play recency bias, but local bias to this and pick Jason Sullivan.
Jason, yeah, I don't blame you one bit.
But it's the fact that Jason's a rookie. I don't doubt him at all, but I think I'm gonna take a little more experience here. I'm gonna take Mikey White in Addiction because he seems like he's kind of a sleeper sometimes, but also he'll sneak up on you.
You know something? I will give you that right there. I already had him wrote down, signed, sealed, and delivered that you were taking Sullivan. I'd scribble that out. That a boy. You're figuring out how to lead somebody onto it.
Like I said, though, I really wanted to play local bias in that. I mean, the truck is really good, but dang, being a rookie's got to be nerve-wracking.
Yeah. All right, Zach.
I'll take Mayhill. Good friend of mine, and they've been working on them Petro trucks nonstop for the last 3 weeks. Chad's due. He's been there a lot of years now, and his blue truck is. I mean, that thing's been a region champ the last 2 years. It could do it too. But there again, which Joe's not a rookie in Farm Show, but it'd be the first time in his truck. But yeah, I'm gonna take Mayhill.
Yeah. That's gonna let you lead us off in our Duel the Fuels on Friday night.
So did anybody see the name change in this class?
I'll be honest with you, I haven't looked at very close.
It'll stick out pretty quick.
Well, are we?
No.
Well, it's the only one that's not having the driver all year on it.
Mm-hmm.
Jody? Oh, it was that way from the get-go.
No, it wasn't.
I thought it was.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna probably, there again, triple bypass is hard to pick against, but it's been a long time since Jody's been on it. I think it's a different animal since Jody can drive. He's been driving a long, long time. I'm not gonna take that away from it. But I think I'm gonna pick Blake Graves. I know they've done some changing by the looks of Facebook, and from what I've heard, I think I'm gonna pick the Blake Graves boys.
Yeah, what? Go ahead.
I'm leaning on Zach here too. I mean, Jody's last time running it was an OSTPA hook back in 23, and he won. Don't get me wrong, but when was the last time Jody ran a farm show? I'm not. Yeah, Jody's exactly. A good driver. Jody's a good driver. He is. But is going to be a little rusty? Is my question. I don't know.
If we were picking finals after he's been on it one time, I'd pick him in a heartbeat. Get it down the track one time, then I'd pick him in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. I don't doubt that at all.
Am I gonna have to be the one that picks an alcohol one just so we're not straight diesel across the board?
You better. No, you may be out of the family.
No, and that's why I'm leaving. That's why I'm not having you do that, and I'm gonna pick Cody Cheezick in the 6-cylinder.
You can't beat that.
No. Yeah, I'm taking brother.
I think going back to Cody there, I think he's taken a great step forward compared to his first year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
this is one of them classes like we were talking about. When you back them up to 250 feet, they run neck and neck.
Yeah, they do.
Yep.
They sure do.
Now, here comes the gauntlet
night.
If you read this list name by name, there is not one that you won't pick.
Yeah. I thought that Colin was supposed to be driving that one. From what I had heard. I don't know though. We'll see. So let's just read off these names. We got Denny Brown, Green with Envy, Mike Connie, Mac Nasty, Travis Coons, Trailblazer, Kevin Masterson, River Rat, Chance McGrath, Last Chance 2, Rhett Parrish, El Nino, Camille Shelton, Parrish, the IH650. I don't guess they've named that one yet. Braden Schromick, Youngblood, RJ Simon, Loud and Heavy X, Jason Savanovic, and the Bootlegger. Tim Vorwald, Industrial Force, and Jack Weschmeyer barely getting by. I don't want the first pick for this one, but I made myself have the first pick. I'll tell you what. Go ahead and give me Youngblood.
They're running strong.
After Friday night last year.
He had that kind of year.
Mm-hmm. Especially when it started in not only, Benson and Farley, but when he went to Toma on Saturday night in front of everybody, and he just kept going farther and farther, and Braden just lays down a pass.
And then to win Enderley like they did,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The thing's on a rail. It's ready to go. Why that leaves you with the number 2 pick?
Again, you can't go wrong with really anybody that you pick here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to pick a second Masterson in a row here. I'm going to go off of last year and see if he can do it again, back himself up here. And you want to take Rhett Parrish and El Nino.
Yeah, there you go. That was my number 2, but I feel like the bias would have played into effect if I took him.
Yep. I'm going to take Kevin Masterson. You can't leave him on the table.
No.
They're not going to do what they did last year and have both them tractors not run. I don't care who you are. That Kevin's not.
Yeah, no, seriously.
I think if you go back and look at that, everybody's going to say, yeah, that's a fluke. That doesn't happen.
Yep, you're right. 100%.
Yeah, exactly. All right, boys, we ready to roll into Saturday. Wyatt, I'll give you first pick this time.
All right, diesel trucks. This is going to be
Zach, you can go second, I'll go third.
Okay.
This one's going to be a little bit of a toss-up here.
Yeah, no.
You have the old pro in Kent Crowder, but everybody's looking at the name Van Hazley, but it's what I've been told, it might not be Van. It might be Tripp.
It's supposed to be Tripp, yeah. Mm-hmm. You got Trent Ingram making his debut in there.
This is another class that, this is probably the classes, if you want to take rookies, as long as they get them out of the hole and rolling, I'm not sure, this class is going to do whatever it needs to do in there. These guys can only drive them so far in that building. They got to come on them quick compared to outside.
Right.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, so let's just run through this field real quick. Caroline Armstead, Dixie Ram, that's a 3.6. I have been told that it will be ready to go this time. Dustin Beeler, Digging Deep, JJ Brumby, The Rumor, Kent Crowder, Shad Diesel, Van Hazley, Rock Hard Ram, Trenton Ingram, Shad Diesel, Jaden Littman, Something to Prove, Calvin Miller, Running in the Red, Keith Witt, American Pride, and Jeremy Yeager and Pipe Dream. So, Wyatt, you're going number 1 overall on this one. Where you heading?
I don't think experience hurts you in any way, and that's why I'm going to pick Kent Crowder.
Yeah, it's
easy.
But there's quite a few names on this list I wouldn't be afraid to pick either.
Yeah. Zach, are you going with the old man?
Yeah, well, or whoever's driving it, it's hard to pick against him. He's 15 minutes from the garage I'm sitting in right now.
Yeah. Let's see. Armstead, Beeler's left, JJ's left, Ingram's left, Littman, Miller, Witt, and Yeager. Give me Keith. I'll go with Keith Witt, American Pride.
Good pick.
Yep.
I don't know. The dark horses for me, though, are going to be Caroline with Dixie Ram because they are going to have the big setup bolted on. Jaden Littman, she had a really good summer this summer. I think it's safe to say she made leaps and bounds improvements from the year before. I mean, she ran really well at Bowling Green, got into the pull off. You've got another veteran there, Calvin Miller, running in the red. He was your USA East points champion, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And then, of course, Jeremy Yeager, he won the Enderley. So there's a lot of good tractors that did not get picked there.
Jeremy also swept for recovery, so that's not a shock at all.
Right.
No. I was just going off the top of my head, All right, let's go into Zach's home territory, but ironically, I've got the first pick for it. Andy Cartwright, gray area, Alan Cook, Black Thunder, Matt Dirksen, Unchained. So Matt's going to be driving Unchained this time. Greg Beringer, Corey Frank, he's a rookie. Eddie Alker's a rookie. Mike Palmer, Red Avenger, David Reif, Red Exception, Luke Ross, Living on a Prayer, Matt Smith, Fast Forward, Jordan Stroud, Never A Enough, and Mike Weekland, Just Hooking Up. Go ahead and give me. I'm going to take Palmer.
You would.
Was that your pick, Zach?
You cannot have a light pro stock class and not pick Mike Palmer.
I just made you pick somebody else, so who else you gonna pick?
Wyatt's next, or I'm next, ain't I?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, there again, 8 of these, 9 of these, you could just throw in a room and let them fight. I'm gonna. There's 2 I really want to pick. I think Alan Cook's due down there.
Yeah, me too.
He's due, and I know that's me venturing away from the Fords and my IPL boys, but I think Alan Cook's due down there.
That just screwed Wyatt's pick all up because now Palmer's gone and Cook's gone.
No, I knew he was picking. I knew he was picking Cook.
I did too.
Figured it. So
I don't know. This makes me curious to know where you're gonna go with this, though. I'm interested to see where this goes.
Basically, throw a dart at the board and hope it sticks. So. I don't think you can take away from the man on the western side here. I've seen him a bunch run really good. I know he had some tough luck there at Cloverdale, but I think I'm going to take Luke Ross here. I think he's going to come back better than he did last year at Farm Show. I know it's going away from Smiths and the Blue Power, but I've seen Luke run way too many times and put it on people. So,
yeah. I mean, you've still got Dirksen up here too with Unchained. I mean, he got second last year.
You just, yeah.
Smith with Fast Forward, they're going to be out for vengeance. They are going to be out for vengeance. I can tell you right now. They were mad at what happened last year. Very uncharacteristic for them, for that matter. So we will see what happens with them. Mike Weekland was your USA East points champion. Stroud, your Region 2 champ. IPL champion. David Reif. Our lone A pump in the class is representative, or no? Yeah, I'll say he's a lone A pump because he's the only one who ran A pump all year long. Eddie Ocker and Bull Ride. Corey Frank's the rookie this year in the light pro category, and then Faringer too. I mean, you've got a good class of light pros here. I'm going to be curious to see how it all goes. So,
about Case IH 210s.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Zach, who do you want?
I'm going to take Larry. I think that they got things really running right now.
Yeah.
Larry always seems to do pretty good in that building, and he's due. Yeah, I know the Chiswick tractors are there, but there again, that's a building you put people in, and it really brings everybody closer.
Yep. Wyatt, go for it.
Well, there's a lot of similarities in a lot of these tractors, and if one does it, I think the next one will do it too. But I think the man is way too consistent in this building to not pick him. That's why I'm taking Evan Spiegelberg and Detonator Black. If you've taken the last couple of years he's been there, he's always in the top 3.
Yep. So I'm actually going to go against religion on this one. I'm actually going to pick a green tractor. I feel like that's sacrilegious on my part, but I'm going to go with Brandon Light and Loud, or Loud and Light, whatever they've renamed it to by now. Ever since they had the work done last year and this summer, it showed, and it worked really well. So that's my pick for this one. All right, let's go. Saturday afternoon, 10,000 pound pro stocks. That's going to leave me with the first one. So right off the bat, got Hayden Arnold. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Hayden Arnold, not Arnold Hayden on the website there. The new era. It is going to have the big setup on it from what we've seen on social media. So they're going to be running the big cooler and turbo and all that. And Wyatt, you said it's supposed to be staying, didn't you?
Yeah, from the post they made, the wrapped up will be 5.0, and then the newer era, the 8R, will be your big pro stock.
I wondered how long it was going to be that they stayed.
Especially Mark.
Yeah, for real. Brett Hockstedt, 618 Motorsports Pro Stock. Matt Holland, he's a rookie all the way around, isn't he, Zach?
He ran some last year.
Well, I'm talking about as far as running a farm show.
Yeah. Kyle drove the light pro there. So
yeah,
they got decent super coming too.
Still,
well, it's almost. I guess the motor's done. It just Kent's just got to put it together. So.
Sweet, can't wait to see that. John Linder Brothers, Ezen Lemke, New Generation Plus, Josh Martin, Think Green, Robert Pryor, Faster Horses, Jason Rowan, the A360R. That is old bootlegger, right?
It will.
A360.
And his tractors will be named this year. They are not just going to be numbers anymore.
Sweet.
But yes, the A360 is the old bootlegger.
Correct.
Yeah. He had a bunch of them there at one time, but he didn't have a name on them, and it was kind of getting confusing. But Rob Russell, Workhorse, Danny Schmucker, Rampage, Paul Stone, Roland Stone, and Steve Wishmeyer, Whiskey Wild. I'm kind of going to go with the old GOAT for the class. I'm going to go John Linder Brothers. It's been a while since they've been in Farm Show, but still, I like it.
It's got a really good power plant. So I've got number 2.
Butt on OSGPA, and they were able to get out to OSGPA this year too.
Yep, you got 2, Wyatt.
I'm sorry, I'm playing local bias here. I'm taking Jason Rowan and the A360. I mean, he swept it last year, and the thing was on a roll again this year. Won Badger State again. I don't know why you could argue against it.
Yeah, I would be curious of the statistic as to, like, if you run in the Saturday afternoon preliminary session, who wins the finals? Like, how many of them have won the finals that same night?
I'm going to take Rob Russell.
Again, another old pro.
Yeah. Well, that is all of our picks going forward here for the National Farm Machinery Show this week, y'all. We're going to be up there all week long. If you see us, stop us and say, hey, Wyatt, I think you're bringing hats with you, aren't you?
Yep, we will have hats. We have a limited quantity available yet, but we do have some available. Just stop us. We can get you one.
Yeah, for sure. I'll have decals with me in my bag. And if you guys see us, stop by and catch us, say hey to us, because we're probably going to be on a mission majority of the week. So if you're trying to get our attention, you'll probably just have to, whack us with something. But we will see you guys up there this week. See y'all soon.
See ya.
It's farm show time, boys.